Okay, for our science for today, we have, here's all that you need to do. We have a copy of your students' slides. Each of you should have your own copy. So we're going to be observing a phenomenon, which is flooding. Yes, Ariana?
We don't have our own. It says that we all are on it.
Oh, shoot. Okay, click on the file, make a copy. Yeah. Did you get it?
No.
So you have to go over here to file, Dylan, and file, and then make a copy, entire presentation.
So I did a copy.
Okay, file, make a copy, entire presentation.
Then I'll say. I did that. Oh, there's no file. Yeah, there is.
You.
Oh, I'm blind.
I don't
Yeah.
think you did entire. Oh, there you go. It's just like there.
Miss Cynthia, can we fill out a?
Raise your hand, Bo. Yes, Bo.
Can we fill some paper out to say that Noah and Roger are legally blind?
No.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. All right. Ready? Everybody has their own.
Yes, sir. No. What paper?
Thomas, please don't do that. That's making a mess. Thomas, I asked you to please not do that, okay? Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to go through each slide, and the slides have videos included. So we're going to be reading those as well. I just realized I don't think we finished learning target. Okay, so we're learning about flooding, and then we're going to record observations and effects of flooding. Think of possible solutions, okay? All right, now we're ready for the slides. Yes. Yes, Thomas.
Can I get my headphones?
Yes, you do. Okay, so we're going to engage and explore. So you're going to define problems that are caused by natural hazards, by observing different hazards and their effects on humans, okay? So you're going to think about how these things affect us. And then you're going to design solutions to the different natural hazards and create a model of their solution for further testing. Then elaborate and evaluate. Students can carry out an investigation showing how their design solution is able to mitigate the effects of natural hazard. Yes, Ariana.
Wait, so do we also find a solution for natural causes?
Eventually, yes. Yes, Ariana.
Can I try to figure out how to make saltwater freshwater?
Hold on, we have to watch a few videos first, okay? Okay, so episode 1 is flooding, okay? So we're focusing on flooding today. So, watch the video on the next slide. Make observations, Noah, focus, of what happened before, during, and after the phenomenon occurred. So we're going to fill out a template that looks like this. Okay, so watch this video and make observations about what happens before, during, and after. So this is a flooding in Louisiana, okay? Hopefully it's loud enough. Oh, there's no sound to it. Okay, so what are we observing? There's a living room. There's a cat.
There's water outside. There are
Here's
couches.
their backyard, and there's raining going on.
Yeah, fish tank with fish?
What's happening to the carpet?
There's goldfish.
What's
It's getting soaked.
It's getting soaked, right? From the water that's from the hurricane that's
The cat
outside.
is going crazy.
But we're focusing on the flood,
Do you know
right?
that's not in
Dylan.
Oh, I just saw something in the water. Same. That's what I just said. It was like It was like a
Okay.
the carpet. There's a TV going on. I can see it in a picture.
So if this were your home, how is this hurricane affecting your home?
It's a carpet. The goldfish is
The carpet, right?
It's whoa.
But not just the carpet. What else?
The cat. I would probably go upstairs. Where's the cat right now? I don't think they have it upstairs.
Okay, we don't need to focus on the cat.
That's hiding. I would make puddles. Yeah. I would step in puddles. Actually, I would try to get buckets, scoop it up, and then put a bucket on the couch, scoop another bucket, put it on the couch, and then just get stuff that can go in.
Yes, Ariana?
I'd rather put tape around the water house and get stuff getting the water out.
Okay, I called on Ariana. It's Ariana's turn. Next is a clip dump. Yes, Ariana.
Focusing on the cat can actually kind of help because since cats don't like water, the cat's gonna avoid every place that has water. So you just go
Yeah.
where the cat goes. Oh God, it's all getting so TV's going crazy. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so, ready? Goodbye. Okay, so, are you on this table now?
I don't have that one. I don't have it. It's a different shape. Yeah, I don't have that.
Okay, so the
We have a different shape of it. Yeah, mine's different. Mine's different, but it's the same shape.
okay, so are you on the gather slide?
Oh yeah, I am.
Okay, that's where we need to be. So gather. What is it asking you to type in?
What did Miss Copy
Before anything happens, I noticed blank. What did you notice?
That
Dylan, thank you for raising your hand.
it was all soaked. The carpet was soaked, and
But before the carpet is well soaked, we noticed what?
there was lots of water outside.
There's a what?
A cat.
Okay, so there's a cat in the home, Ledger.
There's lots of water outside.
There is a cat and a lot, bless you, of rain. Period. There is a cat and a lot of rain. Bless you. Okay, so while the phenomenon was happening, the flooding, what did you notice? Bless you. Ariana?
Water going through the carpet.
Okay, so water went through the walls and doors onto the carpet. Period. Okay, after it happened, I noticed, are you typing now?
The cat disappeared. No, the cat was still there.
Raise
After
your hands. Ledger.
I feel like after it was the same outcome in what we said and while it was happening.
So, well, we can say the carpet was soaked and the water kept rising. Ariana, are you raising your hand? Okay, so the carpet was covered with water Okay. So make predictions. Make predictions about what the possible effects of this flood could be. So I predict, Ledger.
The cat could maybe die. No.
I predict living things.
I'm in a cat state water, so it might not die.
Promise to yourself. I predict living things could have their homes destroyed. Period. It's fine.
It's not letting me type. Yeah, no, it's not letting me type.
Did you make a copy?
No. First I did it. I did.
Okay, well, mine don't.
But it's too long. I don't know.
There you go. Okay, promise.
I don't know.
Do you need to make a copy? So fire. Make a copy.
I'm hiding in my mask. Huh? I'm hiding in my mask. I'm hiding.
Okay, next one. Ready?
Don't erase the second one.
Okay, watch the next video and write information about flooding in your science journal. So the Google slide is going to be your science journal, okay? Ready? Okay, flash flooding video 1.
When school isn't a place you have to be, why not go to school where remote learning can be as remote as you want?
Goodbye.
Each year in the U.S., flooding takes more lives than lightning strikes, tornadoes, or hurricanes.
That's a 3.5-foot fence right there to my left. We're sitting at 3.5 to 4 foot deep right now.
But the quickest and one of the most dangerous forms of this type of weather are flash flooding events. Now, as their namesake indicates, these events happen at a moment's notice. Now, if you have heavy enough rain in a short time period, you can fully saturate the soil. If the surrounding soil is overwhelmed, the ground essentially cannot hold any more water, you have yourself a flash flood event. Urban environments, mountainous terrain, and poor infrastructure can really worsen the effects. But once the rain stops, flash flooding typically stops, generally lasting between minutes to hours. And all of that water has to find an exit point, and it typically finds it by making its way to rivers, streams, or creeks. If enough rain falls, what are often streams can turn into raging rivers. These rivers can rise for days or weeks, even if the rain has stopped at a given location. As the water begins to rise, it can eventually become a flood, and depending on the water level, it can range from a minor to a major flood. The crest is the point where the river reaches its highest point. This, in essence, can be a slow-motion disaster because that water wants to find its way to the main river mouth and be deposited back into the bay or the ocean. These events can last a period of weeks or months, spanning hundreds of miles before the water recedes back to its normal level.
Okay, that was the first one.
That's a big, huge hole in the water.
In the road. Okay, here's the next one.
In the
U.S., flash floods kill more people than tornadoes,
Sorry.
hurricanes, or lightning. A flash flood creates a rush of moving water that can sweep a grown man off his feet, a car off the road, and even your entire home off its foundation. When the ground becomes so saturated that water can no longer seep into the soil, it begins to run off quickly into rivers and streams, and this causes a rise in water and a flash. Densely populated areas have an extremely high risk of flash flooding, with the additional concrete and less grassy areas for the water to soak into the soil, and they can see flash flooding very quickly. In mountainous terrain, the combination of gravity plus the easy runoff can lead to catastrophic flooding when all of that water is funneled into rivers, creeks, and even the valleys. Remember, flash flooding can happen in the blink of an eye. That's why it's important to stay alert and pay attention in case a flash flood watch or warning is issued for your area.
Okay, one more.
December 4th, 2020. That's my birthday.
Not that one.
A wall of mud and debris tore through the Arizona desert today. Some folks had to jump out of its path and barely escaped. The flash floods are the result of runoff from storms in what is becoming a violent monsoon season. Carter Evans is following the breaking news.
It's a view of a flash flood that's rarely seen. Just outside the town of Mayer, Arizona, north of Phoenix, came a wall of water, mud, and debris. Campers scrambled as the flood wiped out their gear.
Thank God they got out of there.
In the flatlands below, the flooding came as a surprise to people who were enjoying a bright sunny day. It came a day after this flash flood that struck Southern California with a vengeance.
Very serious situation out here in the Acton area.
Mud wiped out part of a railroad track in Acton, California. This woman was among the nearly 200 passengers evacuated in the high desert.
We stopped in the middle of nowhere. I seen the flood on both sides. I said, there's something's going on. Something's wrong.
It's been an active week of weather throughout the Southwest with rain, floods, and powerful winds uprooting trees. Now, the pilot flying a helicopter for our CBS affiliate in Phoenix saw that flash flood coming, so he landed and warned those campers to get out of the way. Anthony?
Carter Evans with the wild weather in the West. Thanks.
Is that enough?
Guys are gonna see by the
Okay, so those were the 3 videos of flooding, right? Okay, so flash flooding means that it happens in a flash. It happens so quickly, right?
Yeah, you have like seconds to react.
Okay, so now let's go back to our Google Slides.
It's not this.
Here we go. Okay, so after watching the videos, ready? What do you think? What do you think are some effects floods would have on structures like houses? Discuss with your table partner and the class. Write these effects in your science slides. So let's discuss as a class. How? Whoa, my bad. So let's discuss as a class. How does flash flooding affect houses? Dylan?
Trees falling.
Okay, so flash flooding can have trees fall on houses. What else?
People can get
Dylan?
People can get hurt.
Okay. So people, how can they get hurt?
Needles in the ground, a lot of wood.
Okay, so people can get hurt from debris. Oh. From debris like trees, and other sharp and big stuff in the water.
Apparently, it's not the green one.
How do you spell it?
It says that it just has debris.
Oh. Like that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Close to my hair. Okay, anything else we want to write down? Dylan?
Buildings break.
Okay, so debris can smash into homes and buildings.
That's what was the first thing that you wrote down.
No. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you're ready for the next slide, Thomas. There's other ways to control yourself other than throwing things at the Chromebook. You need to respect the Chromebook. Yes. I'm not asking you to care about its feelings. I'm asking you to respect the Chromebook. Yes, Noah. Oh, okay. All right. Next slide. Okay, how can we make structures that can go through a flood with the least amount of damage? Brainstorm time. So let's talk as a class. I need to sneeze. And write some possible ways we can build structures to survive flooding. Ledger.
Putting reinforced foundations.
Okay, so reinforced. So reinforcing just means making it stronger. Okay, so reinforce. Building structures. That's what you said, right? So what can we add to building structures that will reinforce it?
Those like rebar, whatever those things are that go through the floor that hold them up. It's called rebar.
So just like more posts?
Yeah, those
Like
big metal posts that go through the concrete.
Okay.
Oh, I know one. Oh,
Dylan?
having a metal bars put all over your house and then duct tape it.
Having metal bars, like a fence? Okay.
But no holes or anything like that.
Okay. So creating metal borders. Okay, creating metal borders around your home. Creating metal borders around your home. Anything else? Well?
Building
This part of this interruption,
place for
I
the water
apologize. I
to
missed
go.
a few names for the principal's clips this morning. If I could have the following students come to my office at this time.
So, like,
class, Jaden C, Karen B, and Maria A. And for Miss Delgado's class, EJ, Beck, Abdullah, Audrey, and Daxton. I apologize. I missed those this morning. Thank you.
Okay, so building,
A ditch or a moat.
yeah, they're called trenches. Building trenches.
Oh, what about a water?
Thomas.
One time when I was trick-or-treating, there's a big hole. And then someone dropped it.
That's scary.
Maybe it was for blood.
Maybe. Dylan.
We can have some water bottles, plastic ones, stick them in under the door, and then duct tape them, and then
Okay, but
water will go in.
Okay, but flash floods means the water comes really fast, so you're not gonna have enough time to take the water bottle, empty it out, and then put it back. But that's an idea. I like you're making ideas. Ledger, last one.
If you have like a house that's on poles on the ground and there's a pole in the middle upstairs, you could put like floaties all around it, and if it knocks it off, your house will just float.
Okay. Okay, so using typing. So using water floaties to connect to your house. Dylan, put it down. You're gonna break your cup. Okay, and then we'll stop right here, okay? So tomorrow we will continue on the rest of the slides, okay? So get this filled in. Don't click turn in, but tomorrow you're gonna have to look for your slides, okay? Okay, let me finish it.